Hello and welcome back to Let's Play the Waylanders with me, BringItDon. Here's the character we created last episode. Let's begin our journey.
The life of a Celtic soldier. Hard physical training, starting every morning at sunrise. The study of tactics used by our allies and enemies across the known world. To be a Celtic soldier means to embrace honor, discipline, bloodshed, and lots of beer. Our Majesty, King Ith, is off on a mission to meet our gods, the Tuatha De Danann, in Ireland. This will be their first encounter, so he needed plenty of soldiers at his side to help, just in case things go sideways. You were one of those chosen for the mission. Not all of us went along. Someone has to keep the peace while the king is away. Plus, we know you've got a handle on things. Whispers drift on the cool breeze as it wafts over the sea. Could it be that the one who will guide us to a new world is amongst us? Could this be the first verse of the legend of Miller Spain, the Waylander?
You're the first to rise, my king.
Always.
Is there anything you need?
No. I've been looking forward to this day my entire life. The moment I finally meet the Tuatha De Danann. The moment we finally blend our worlds into one.
As have I. Though you might have to stop me from putting my foot in my mouth. Meeting my gods, my heroes. It's a lot to take in.
You don't have to do any of the talking. Or convince them to treat you like an equal. That's my job.
For that, I'm grateful.
Are the others awake?
That new soldier woke even before me. The others are beginning to stir.
What about my son?
Do you want the honest answer? Or,
He's fast asleep, isn't he?
he didn't go to bed until about 2 hours ago. I'm pretty certain he's still drunk.
Oh. I asked you to guard him. Watch over him.
I know, but
Perhaps the prince should remain here on the ship during our negotiations today.
then how will he learn?
Well, not from you, I suppose.
Ouch. Fair, but ouch.
How long have they been here?
The whole time. So, how do you feel about meeting the gods today?
Yeah, I'm excited to be here.
That's the spirit. I'm right here with you.
I came up here in the first place to ask if your majesty wanted some breakfast.
Not just yet. Allow me a few more moments alone to enjoy the stars on the horizon before the sun washes them away.
But of course, my lord. Shall we?
Amge amwe am thande am fuam amara drum shakle here.
And now, thanks to my hard work, I'm the youngest leader of the Druids' College ever.
Yes, Amagan, we know you ship rainbows. Stop bragging to the new kid.
Well, not all of us have had thousands of years to perfect our craft.
You're right. Some of us learned to shut up before we turned 30.
Be nice, my dear. The sun hasn't even risen yet.
Yeah, because nighttime is when no one ever does or says anything naughty.
You're insufferable.
I love you too.
Sustenance has arrived.
Oh, thank goodness. I am positively famished.
You ate more than anyone else at dinner last night.
Yeah, I worked it all off.
Okay, egg time. Yum.
We have to wake up the prince eventually, but he's not going to be happy about it.
Nope.
Absolutely not.
Don't look at me.
Very Zelda-esque. I don't actually talk, I just use facial expressions to express my emotions. Also, I am using a controller, because this game uses WASD movement, and I have a mechanical keyboard. And while I really like the sound that a mechanical keyboard makes, I know that everybody does. The controller it is. I will speak to, I think his name is Heracleos. Where are you from?
Only the greatest place in the world, Greece.
What brought you to Kaltia?
All true heroes need to go on a life-changing journey, like Odysseus. In order to grow, we must leave our homes and face unknowable dangers. This is my quest. Don't get me wrong, I am already a hero, but I could use a better story for the history books.
Are you here for your fighting abilities?
I'm the best hand-to-hand combatant in the world. I've been training since I was a small child. No one can defeat me. You're safe as long as I'm nearby.
You seem fond of your muscles.
You would be too if you'd spent 27 years chiseling your body to absolute perfection. I've earned this. I'll flaunt them as I wish.
Okay, let's speak to American. I heard the Druid College has an enormous library.
I've lived there since I was a kid. Oh, yes, I could go on about it forever. It's my favorite place. I was found to have talent and brought there to study. Imagine all the smartest people in the world, all in one place, all trying to get smarter. Everyone devout, excited, hungry for knowledge, power. It's exhilarating. And now they put me in charge. It's almost too good to be true.
Are you here to represent the Druids?
Yes, I am. There are gods, the Tuatha De Danann. No one knows more about them than the Druids. I'm arguably the most necessary person here. We study their magics till our fingers bleed from turning old pages.
You don't seem to like the prince very much.
Yes, well, he's an idiot. I mean it. He's a total dipshit. He's a party kid. He doesn't act like a prince. The king is so devoted to helping him try to get his shit together, but Lugade doesn't even care. And then I got stuck babysitting the little fucker. He's not my favorite.
Not quite the dialogue I would have expected, especially when he's talking about the prince. Also, looks like I was wrong. It is pronounced Lugade. What do you think of Nazedia?
We like giving each other a hard time, and she can be overly dramatic for my taste, but I respect her. I've learnt a lot from her. And I know there's far more she could teach me.
Alright, let's speak to Lisa? Tyson? Are you here to represent the military?
Well, I've been an archer and a general for the king for over a decade. My speciality is in planning and spotting traps. We're not expecting any funny business, but just in case, I should be able to take care of it.
Where are you from?
The capital. I'm part of the royal family. King Ith. I'm his cousin. It's not the only reason I became a general, but I won't pretend it didn't help. My sons, Eramon and Eberfin, are right behind Prince Lugade in line for the throne. My beloved late wife was Ith's sister. Yeah, she was my cousin too. Royalty.
Okay. You and Azadia seem close.
Oh, we don't know each other that well. I'm a middle-aged widower, and she's a beautiful woman with more knowledge than I could acquire in 20 lifetimes. Oh, we've met up dozens of times over the past few years, but never really talked about it. I'm just glad to get to spend time with her.
What do you think of Prince Lugade?
Lugade? He's a kid. People have started writing him off as a possible ruler, but what is he, 19? He has time. He's smart and he's kind. Oh, he'll grow into a king one day. I have faith in him.
Animation is a lot smoother than I was expecting it to be. I've heard seers can gaze into the future.
We're also fabulous and stunningly attractive. I personally am unusually skilled at magics lost to all but the most educated of Mourians. Because my skills in the negotiation and persuasion departments are, shall we say... Oh no, I'm not going to be humble about this. I'm a damn good talker. I hold a high position in Mourian society.
Are seers like kings for the Mourians?
Oh, my dear, kings die. I last. I've watched nearly 100 generations of human rulers. I exist on a scale beyond your comprehension.
Who are the Mourians?
Mourians? We're the best. Okay, fine, that's not true. We mostly live underground, in the dark, so that's not the best. We are immortal and do have a lot of gold, though. So, that's fun.
Are you here for your future sight abilities?
Not just that. I check so many necessary boxes. I'm a powerful sorceress. I know more about the Tuatha than the entire Druid College combined. I'm an important representative of the Mourian culture. And I'm charming as fuck.
What's going on with you and Tyson?
Ah, anything I want. I'm joking, dear. Tyson is a powerful, handsome man. We have a nice time together.
Alright, it's Tyson. Okay. Do once around the room, make sure there's nothing to pick. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's waking up the prince. Okay. Let's go this way first. Very fancy ship. Alright, can't go that way yet.
Your Highness? Prince Lugade?
If he ruined my favorite cloak, I'm gonna feed him to
Go easy on him, Amagin. Maybe he'll be better at holding the throne than holding his liquor.
At his age, I was already an established professor.
We already know you're a freak, no need to brag.
Yeah, bragging is my thing.
Everyone, we're here.
Our scouting boats have finished surveying the beach. We should be safe to land. But it's strange. There were no people to be seen.
They're not exactly people, Tyson. They're gods.
I know. Our gods. But do they not walk on the ground? Do they not bend twigs when walking past trees?
What do you mean?
There's nothing. Nothing at all.
I'm done with this.
You fucking imbecile!
Father, why are we giving them presents? You're the king. They should be giving tribute to you.
We are emissaries of peace to a people more powerful than any of us can understand or even imagine. This is a privilege.
Well, I'm sick of privilege.
So are we.
Excuse me?
How's that hangover, Your Highness?
I can't believe you made me share a cabin with this.
Speak, child. What am I?
Enough!
I have done everything in my power, both as your king and as your father, to prepare you to carry the crown. You're an adult now, and your mother and I, we don't know what else we can do. When we return home to Galicia, I'm calling together the council. We need to decide if you're ever going to be suited for the throne.
But father...
From now on, you will address me as Your Majesty. Stop gawking and get back to work.
Let's put up a sign or something. I'm sorry, I'll see if I can find one. What does it matter whether I have children? Raising a child isn't easy. You have no idea what it's like. King Ith had to make a lot of hard choices. He still does. Nice, these people I don't have to talk to.
You remind me of my younger self, full of passion but short on knowledge. I can teach you the essentials of combat.
Like right now?
You remind me of my younger self.
I said it's a nice amulet, protects against fire too. Did they make that to protect against something? Yeah, he thinks so. Cool, so they all have names. Is it innocent observation? Alright, so I'm not going to talk to all the NPCs that don't really have anything to talk about. I'm going to follow the little dialogue bubbles on the map. Hate this stupid game. Keep looking. You've almost found it. Why do we agree to this again? Must be looking for a needle in a haystack. I'm sure she was happy to sacrifice herself to feed us. Oh, the chicken. Any idea how to find a Tuatha?
Yes, but they're merely ideas. In my centuries of life, I've never actually had the pleasure of meeting them face to face. But I can see. They move through the wind. A gentle caress. A whisper. A flutter. A skitter. I just did my fancy seer magic. Applaud me, darling.
There's quite a fight between the king and the prince.
You know, I've seen so many regimes rise and fall that it's difficult to invest.
I care for them both. But that little shit has yet to learn that titles are hollow unless he earns them. As his father has.
Ith is one of the best men I've ever seen. His intentions approach a level of purity rarely seen in mortals. Though this has caused him intense pain, I believe it was necessary.
Excuse me? Things seem a bit tense between the king and the prince. You don't say. I'm sure it'll blow over. Lugate is his father's special boy after all. Did you see him last night? The only time I saw someone get that drunk, they died. There's quite a scene with the prince.
I knew it was going to be the best day of my life, but I didn't realize just how best. Meeting our gods is something I've wanted my entire life. True. I knew I'd achieve it, though. I've been advocating we do this for longer than I'd care to admit. The prince, however, it was only a matter of time before the king snapped like the rest of us. I'm just worried that now it's too late for Lugate to recover.
Any idea how we can track down the Tuatha?
Tracking won't work. The Tuatha don't move as we do. Their forms are ethereal, they're ever-changing. One moment a bird, another a leaf. The Tuatha are entwined with nature in ways we cannot fathom. They're probably announcing their presence already, waiting for one of us to catch on to something subtle many would ignore.
Do you know anything about tracking Tuatha?
When I'm hunting down prey, I use my sense of smell. I see if there's any blood in the air. Once, when I was stalking a lion, I followed him into his den. convinced I was about to slay the largest beast of my heroic career. But he had a whole litter of cubs, and I just, I couldn't. Yeah, they were so cute. The noble I was working for adopted the whole lion family. Now they live in luxury, all thanks to Heraclios.
What do you think of Prince Lugade?
I too was a partier at his age. Oh, I have some sympathy. But I was much better at carrying heavy stuff and keeping my mouth shut.
You guys were smart. You hang back with me and use your bows. The only reason you can do that is because we're busy holding the front line. Better be keeping out of trouble. You sure you don't just enjoy watching your enemies suffer? What? You know, hobble them. Watch them limp around. Bleed out. That is really creepy. Stop it. All of us have more weapons than common sense. Weapon fighting is a perfectly sensible tactic. So you cut your own arm off. I heard about that happening once. You didn't see any sign of the Tuatha.
It was wondrous strange. No one. I've been hunting for nearly 40 years. There's no evidence of anyone living in this area. At least not any I'd know to look for.
It's hard to watch King Ith yell at Prince Lugade.
Oh, my heart aches. I can't imagine having to do that to one of my sons. But now I may have to. My eldest, Eramon, is next in line to the throne after Lugade, and my Eberfin after him. Oh, gods, I don't want that responsibility for them. My sons are wonderful young men. Oh, but so gentle. They both lack the fire needed to lead the Celts. They haven't been raised with this in mind. Lugade has been, and, well, look at him. Then again...
Dialogue was a little weird there. The beginning of the sentence was voiced at the end of the sentence. Like the dialogue didn't match the voice acting. Things seem a little tense with your father.
I'm humiliated. How dare he? I am his son. Does that mean nothing to him? Why can't he accept that I'm trying my best?
He knows you're trying.
You really think so?
No.
I'm not sure I care right now.
Do you actually want to be king?
It's never mattered what I wanted. It's my birthright. Or whatever. Mother never shuts up about it. I've always had to be the prince, whether I liked it or not. Now our majesty is throwing it in my face. Asshole.
So I don't know who my character is supposed to be that I could go around and ask the royalty these questions. The king just called me a recruit in the beginning. Are you okay after what happened with the prince?
I didn't enjoy a single moment of that, no. It's the hardest thing I've ever had to do. But I had to do it.
You did the right thing.
Thank you. I'm not sure I did. But what's done is done. My wife Escotta and I, we were never able to have more children. Lugade is so precious to us. We've shown him as much love as we know how. And now this. If I can't be a good father, maybe at least I can be a good king.
You need any help preparing for the negotiation?
I need some time alone to think. Center myself before I meet my gods. I must focus on what lies just ahead. instead of dreading conversations necessary when we return home. My wife is going to hate this.
Alright, back to the cabin. Doesn't seem like the best place for us to go, considering we need to be up on deck for the meeting.
I remember my first quest aboard this ship. It was nearly the end of me. That was thousands of years ago, of course. Since then, I've become an accomplished warrior. If you're looking for combat training, I can teach you some of what I've learned.
Okay, yes, I want to learn how to fight.
Excellent. Let's begin. In order to fight effectively, you'll first need a weapon. Pick one from that crate over there.
Okay. Press image ID. I'm assuming I just press A. It won't let me select the shield? A little odd. Yeah, so maybe I'm gonna have to do mouse and keyboard.
So you've got
we'll see.
a weapon equipped. Let's start with the basics of combat.
I don't see the consumables on my bar now. Okay. Seems straightforward enough. It's mostly automated, it seems.
Good
Just
job.
like Dragon Age Origins.
Let's try some tactics, shall we?
I suppose it's use Sunder. I damage your enemy's defenses, leave them vulnerable to the next attack. Generates fury. Okay.
Awesome. Okay, now we're going to try something more advanced. Formations.
Okay, formations are combat tactics. Each character learned 2 formations during the game, depending on its class. Let's try to create a formation with Gleason. Okay. Put LB. And pressing that. Well, let me swap to him. It seems like the controller controls aren't actually working. So how do I do that here? Well, let me swap my... Oh, it says to use the D-pad, but it's actually right analog stick.
Good job. But you've only started down the road to becoming a great warrior. Here, take my notes. Read them if you need help along your journey.
Yeah, I probably need to do that. Might have to swap to mouse and keyboard because that's a little bit more complicated than I was expecting it to be. I go here. Let's go to... it doesn't help that the tooltips are telling me to use the wrong buttons on the controller to issue commands. So there's that as well. Let's see. Codex, I'm assuming... Alright, so here's all the... Alright. That's all I needed. Now let's get up here. Get up here. Alright, to the cabin. I'm not trying to talk to you. There we go.
Stay with me, my king. I need more Amagin. We can do better than this.
How dare you tell me what to do after embarrassing me in front of the Tuatha?
Oh, the Tuatha that just attacked us. Those Tuatha, huh? Yeah, I'm a wretched bitch for dimming their esteemed opinion off you. Can't believe myself.
Help! Help!
He says in terrible distress. Alright, I guess we get a first taste of actual combat. There's some stuff back here. A delicious tentacle. Restores some health over time. Delightfully chewy. An elixir of offensive. Raises offensive for a few seconds. Fills you with potentially dangerous certainty. Okay. So it does stand out a little bit. It seems like it can still be pretty hard to spot. Bitter drink, gradual regeneration potion, restores some fury, mana, or energy over time, depending on the character that drinks it. And some health potions. Okay, so the map is pretty straightforward. Wish there was a shortcut for it, but maybe we'll find that later. Alright, so I don't see any loot back here. Doesn't mean it's not there. Alright, I'm gonna call the episode here, and the next one we'll rescue the prince and see what's going on with the Tuatha and why everybody's dead. Well, we know they're dead because of the Tuatha, but we'll find out more of why that happened, hopefully. But for now, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.